Hello, sports fans. This is Steven Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a special NFL breakdown video. I'm going to be bringing you the top 5 NFL quarterbacks who are on the hot seat this season, meaning they need to get something done. They either need to make a big playoff run towards the Super Bowl or even win the Super Bowl to even keep their job, or possibly it could be a contract year, and this could be the make or break for them going into next season. I'm going to start at number 5 and make my way to number 1. Starting at number 5, as of course, Matt Schaub of the Houston Texans. We've seen the Houston Texans for the last 3 to 4 years have solid teams with Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, even with the up and coming of Brian Cushing and also J.J. Watt in the past couple of years. We're seeing that this team under Gary Kubiak has evolved. Even after losing Mario Williams, a lot of people thought that this team would not be able to recover. Adding an Ed Reed is going to do some great things, but can Matt Schaub get the job done? We've seen him against the Patriots as of last season throw huge interceptions, and just to lose last season's home field advantage during the regular season was a very disappointing time for the Houston Texans. Matt Schaub really has to take accountability for a lot of this team's failures, and even though he gets a lot of the success for it, he needs to step up and play bigger. The Houston Texans invested in him, trading from the Atlanta Falcons to make him the quarterback. He's been a solid quarterback at that, but he hasn't been a tread above the elite quarterbacks, and he hasn't been a bad quarterback either. I think that in this season, you will have to see Matt Schaub take a huge step forward and get the Houston Texans not only in the playoffs, but damn near in the Super Bowl. So you have to see a lot of things coming from the Houston Texans, especially Matt Schaub, and this is a make or break year, because I feel like right now, the Houston Texans are a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. Their defense is running on all cylinders. Offense also. The quarterback is the only thing that needs to produce in the postseason. And that's at number 5. Going to number 4, we have Jay Cutler of the Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler probably is the best quarterback in the Chicago Bears history. With that being said, that lets you know that there's not been a lot of good quarterbacks that have come through the Chicago Bears system as of quarterbacks. To me, Jay Cutler has one of the strongest arms in the NFL. He just doesn't have the right supporting cast. A lot of people talk about how Brandon Marshall is an elite receiver. In his own right, he is. But when Matt Forte is not healthy, this team is a totally different team. Jay Cutler has to throw the ball almost 40 times a game as is. So you're looking at, can the Chicago Bears on offense hold up to their end of the bargain and at least help Jay Cutler? The addition of Martellus Bennett will help Jay Cutler a little bit, but I think Jay Cutler really needs to make an NFC Championship game or even a Super Bowl and make it competitive, because the last couple of years the Bears did miss the playoffs, and we still have thoughts of Jay Cutler riding that bike, being injured or not finishing the game. Even though he was severely injured, those are the last couple of thoughts that the Bears have of their quarterback. And a lot of people talk about how he's attitude-wise, how he doesn't get along with certain people, and how he's an emotional. But what you have to look at, Jay Cutler is a solid quarterback, but the time is now. The Chicago Bears have a new coaching staff. They have a new scheme in place on offense. So right now, the Bears are looking to do some real big damage, but if they don't get that done, I don't think Jay Cutler will be back after this season in Chicago. I think they may go to the draft or even go to the free agency to get another quarterback to come to Chicago and take over the helm. Coming in at number 3, Phillip Rivers of the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers have been in major disarray for the last couple of years. We've seen LaDainian Tomlinson leave, not want to come back when they came after him. Antonio Gates has fallen off a little bit health-wise. We've seen the Norv Turner staff now going. So the big question is, can Phillip Rivers really get the job done? Phillip Rivers has been known to talk trash. He's been known to have rivalries with Jay Cutler and different quarterbacks and be fiery. But as of late, he's thrown so many interceptions and touchdowns, he doesn't look like he's doing a good job. The San Diego fans may be patient, but at the end of the day, the San Diego Chargers want to return to dominance. They haven't really been themselves since LT and company left town. They've been mediocre at best, even losing to Peyton Manning when they was up by 30-some points. So to me, the big thing that's left to go is Phillip Rivers. And in this time frame, you have to realize Phillip Rivers supplanted Drew Brees as the starter. So that says a lot when he first had all those weapons around. Now, I don't think Phillip Rivers will be able to recover. I think that they'll finish third or last in the AFC West. I don't think that he'll have a good enough year to even do anything to save his job, because I feel like the San Diego Chargers are getting ready to replace Phillip Rivers. I know that he has that deal on the table and he's not in a contract year per se, but what I am looking at, I'm looking at his production the last couple of years added with the new blood that they've pumped into the San Diego Chargers organization with Manti Te'o, the new offensive line that they've put in place. So they've tried to help Phillip Rivers from that standpoint. But, I echo, I don't think that that's going to happen. And I don't think he can save his job. Coming in at number 2, I'm looking right now at Josh Freeman of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It speaks volumes of how talented he is. He now has Vincent Jackson down there, has Mike Williams. He has the running game now with a Doug Martin. So you're looking at all these pieces being put around him on offense, and all the signs are adding up. Greg Schiano being a second-year head coach, he wants stability, and he also wants them to be held accountable. So with that being said, Josh Freeman has to step up. They're playing in the NFC South, where the Atlanta Falcons are deemed and looking like they're going to win the division yet again. The New Orleans Saints get Sean Payton back, and you know that's only going to be harder for every other team in that division to even cope against that. I'm not really worried about the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton, but Josh Freeman, this is your time, because Matt Ryan just got a big contract. Drew Brees is coming off that season where he still played well, even though they didn't have a really solid foundation. And plus, Cam Newton is one of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL, so I don't think they'll be getting rid of him soon. So, Josh Freeman, this is your wake-up call. They did draft a quarterback this year, for God's sakes, and that the writing is on the wall in Tampa. If you don't get it done this year, it's either you're going this year or next year. So you have to get it done if you really want to stay in Tampa Bay and you really want to be the quarterback of this talented Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. And I feel like he may have a chance, but it just depends on Josh Freeman. He needs to not just wait until the end of the season to play well, but the full season. Tampa Bay needs to be in the playoffs. They have a team capable of making the playoffs with all the changes they've had this season. Coming in at number 1, the New York Jets, Mark Sanchez. It just speaks volumes. Just 3 years ago, Mark Sanchez was in AFC title game after AFC title game, and yet he still does not get any respect. He still It baffles me, because Mark Sanchez at this point in his career should have a lot more weapons around him. We've seen a decline steadily in the offensive talent he's had. He went from Plexico Burress and having Santonio Holmes to now having Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes, and that's basically it. They don't have Sean Green anymore. They don't have LaDainian Tomlinson anymore. They don't have the big tight end that they used to have. So you look at all the things that Mark Sanchez has been losing over his career, and I can't fully put the blame on Mark Sanchez, but what I can say is Rex Ryan wants to save his job. So I'm thinking at least mid-season, after Mark Sanchez struggles because the Jets don't have offense, they're going to go to Geno Smith, and that's basically going to be the pushing out of Mark Sanchez. We saw last year where Tim Tebow came in, and Tebow Mania really rattled Mark Sanchez to a point where Mark Sanchez really couldn't get a grip of the offense. He really couldn't get a grip of the team, and we saw him struggle. We see constantly players disrespecting Mark Sanchez in the media that play for the Jets now. They're speaking anonymously to newspapers in the New York City area and constantly bashing him. So it's just the writings on the wall for Mark Sanchez. I think that right now he doesn't have anywhere to run. He doesn't have anywhere to hide, and Rex Ryan is going to throw him under the bus as much as he can. This has been my top 5 quarterback hot seat list for the 2013 season, and these are the quarterbacks that need to most do well or they will be gone this year. You can check me out at justmypicks.com. Tell me your thoughts on this opinion. Leave me comments up under the video and share my videos. Also, check me out on Twitter. Follow me there at justmypickstv. Check out this video and all my other videos on YouTube /JustMyPicksTV. Thank you very much for subscribing, and please comment.